The Golden State Warriors have made a trade. Yes, the Golden State Warriors have made a trade, trading De'Anthony Melton, and it looks like reportedly 3 second-round draft picks to the Brooklyn Nets for Dennis Schroder. Yes, for point guard, for guard Dennis Schroder. It's also rumored that the Warriors are going to get a second-round draft pick, but that's neither here nor there. Let's talk about Dennis Schroder right now. Okay, initial reaction. Hey, have you ever seen the old school HBO fights when Jim Lampley hands it over to Harold Letterman to see how he's carding it? He goes, okay. He goes like, okay, let's hand it over to Harold Letterman. And Letterman, okay, Jim, I got this. 4 rounds to 7. Okay, Dub Nation, I got this trade. Immediately a B+ to A- grade. Immediately. A B+ to A- grade for the Golden State Warriors. Why? Dennis Schroder right now, he offers a whole heck of a lot of what De'Anthony Melton did. But he's a better shooter, and also he's better off the dribble, but he's definitely not as good of a defender. And he doesn't have the defensive upside. So Melton could guard players. Melton could almost guard like 2s and 3s because he was 6'2" with a 7-foot wingspan or so, right? Dennis Schroder is just a little bit smaller of a guy. He's only going to be guarding your 1s and 2s, but amazing trade. Great trade, and let's get into it. Schroder provides much of what the Warriors needed and have been lacking since Melton went down. He can break players down off the dribble and create shots for others. So this is the best thing. Dennis Schroder is a really good offensive player. He's going to be I think that he projects really well into Steve Kerr's offense, the Steph Curry scheme, if you will, that motion offense, right? But he can break players down off the dribble and create shots for others. He's averaging well over 6 assists. He's averaging, if you round up, 7 assists per game. It's good for 14th in the NBA, right? So when it comes to creating shots for others, Schroder is very good, and it's possible on the Warriors he could be great. We'll continue. Let's continue though. Schroder can shoot and he can score, right? Those are 2 different things. So he can score off the dribble and he can shoot though. He's a great shooter, or at least a very good shooter, right? He's about 39% from beyond the arc, and he's about 90% from the free throw line. So he's good. He's cash money from the line, finally, for the love, okay? He is used to this type. He's going to be used to the scheme that the Warriors employ offensively, and I'll tell you how or why. In international ball, Schroder is like a rock star, right? Dennis Schroder is the point guard, the guard for the German national team. And he's really good. He's one of those players that's like, now he's coming into his own in the NBA, but he's always been a very good international player. Well, this is great because the Warriors employ that motion offense, movement oriented, get some shots up, but spread the court, spread the floor, right? Lots of passes, lots of moving without the ball. We let the ball do the work. We move, get those good shots. That's what Dennis Schroder is adept at. He's great. He's really good at doing that. So players like Lindy Waters, Moses Moody, right? Buddy Hield, they should excel with Dennis Schroder because he gets other guys really, really good shots. He's so good at that. Underrated defender, I might add. He's at just over 1 steal a game. And I think that in Jerry Stackhouse's, in the Warriors, their sort of defensive coach, right, is Jerry Stackhouse. Jerry Stackhouse employs that. He sort of rushes. He'll blitz you a little bit. He'll blitz the on ball, whoever's on the ball on offense. He'll blitz them with a few defenders, trying to create a little bit of a little helter-skelter on offense where the Warriors can get a pick and can get down the floor in numbers, can get like a steal. Anyways, he's good at that. I project that Schroeder's going to be better at that type of blitz defense than he is just straight up like having another point guard take him down low in the post, okay? So I think that he'll excel in movement. Schroder, I believe, excels in movement. If you get him going, if you keep him going, we're good to go, okay? And the Warriors, that's sort of what they employ. Defense, movement by blitzing guards, right? Offense, you run, and then you move the ball, get open shots. I love it. I love it. Also, he can hold his own on defense. He's like 6'1", only 175. He's got a decent base though, and he can hold his own on defense, I think, more than people give him credit for. Okay, let's talk about this overall trade. This trade was done at the correct time. The Warriors front office, Mike Dunleavy Jr., the Warriors GM, understood and know the assignment. The Warriors needed to improve. Since De'Anthony Melton went down, they had not been playing good basketball. They needed more shot creation. They needed more players who could take other guys off the dribble. They needed a little bit more shooting to hone down their free throw. They got all of that with Dennis Schroder, and they got that while essentially, unfortunately, giving up Melton, who's injured. So, just giving up a few second-round draft picks. Warriors immediately improve while keeping optionality, right? And flow within their roster structure for the future. So look, I mean, the Warriors, they literally still have the roster. They just added a player who could play for, unfortunately, a player who is unable to play this season, right? So bear with me. I mean, so now we see what type of optionality the Warriors will have. How is Moses Moody fitting in? I believe he's a poison pill, but he can be traded this season. So it's like, will the Warriors still have optionality should they want to do something like trade Moses Moody and GP2 for a big man like Jonas Valanciunas, Nikola Vucevic, right? Gosh, and then it's like the Warriors get that size, which isn't necessarily what they need. However, can always be used, size and skill, and adds a different option and look to their scheme, which I really like, right? They haven't had that big who can really move or pass or really ball out too much. And I'm sorry, Looney is big, but he's not huge, right? Since Andrew Bogut, the JaVale McGee days, right? Get a big guy in there, get the screen and roll going a little bit, and maybe a big Valanciunas and Vucevic can shoot a little bit out of the high post. I dig this, but here's the thing. The Warriors acted with urgency when they still have, but the Warriors have bargaining power. They used it. They acted with urgency. They filled a need without panicking in any way, shape, or form. Now look, if the Warriors can somehow get a Jonas Valanciunas or Vucevic, maybe another wing, or if they can upgrade at their wing position, gosh, we're looking at an A+ in-season trading. That doesn't happen a lot. Very good, very good. But I also have to say this. I believe that, I already said Moses Moody, but I believe that Buddy Hield, Lindy Waters, and then I'm going to throw another name out there, Brandon Bajensky. I think that Brandon Bajensky is really going to thrive playing off of a guy who can break down defenses, because Brandon Bajensky kills you with his movement. He kills you with his IQ, with his ability to successfully pass without turning over the ball. He can dime, okay? Players like that will thrive when they are next to another player who can make defenses uneasy, i.e. put pressure on defenses. But gosh, with regards to Buddy Hield, okay, so often, look at those Buddy Hield games where we're at single digits. And then think about this, okay? Look at the shots that he's getting. He's being given the ball with a few seconds on the shot clock. He has to do something with it and then create a shot off the dribble. That's not going to happen anymore. Hopefully, Dennis Schroder will be able to seamlessly get the ball to Hield in an optimum, in his shooting pocket, right? In an optimum spacing and timing with a high quality shot. That is lacking on the Warriors, and I believe that they may, Dennis Schroder's passing ability and his ability to create for others, I think it's underrated. He is number 14 in assists. There are only 14 human beings in the NBA, right? Players that have more assists per game. However, Here's one thing. Here's what we do have to do. We have to temper our enthusiasm a little bit, just a tad bit, right? Because Dennis Schroder got a lot of minutes in Brooklyn. He will not get that many minutes at Golden State. But hopefully he won't, honestly, okay? So I believe that the numbers will go down a little bit, but I don't think that it matters. I think that the wins for the Warriors will go up, which is what it's all about. And then one more time for Pajensky. I think that Schroder being on ball will allow Pajensky just to be himself and not have to be a role like what Schroder can easily fill with his attributes. I think it really opens things up. Let's get some stats. 18, 3, and I rounded up 7. 18 points, right around 3 rebounds, 7 assists, I rounded up, and around a steal a game for Dennis Schroder. We like it, we love it, and for the Warriors, we want some more of it. Well done by Mike Dunleavy Jr. and the Golden State Warriors front office, but guess what? I have to say this, and it's probably true. Look, barring any awesome results, you got to give them a buffer time, right? But job probably not finished. But amazing, amazing start. Of course, for your Warriors content, like, subscribe, follow, and I'll see you next time at C-Train Station. Have a good one.